You're still watching Ways now. On July 7th recognizes Global Forgiveness Day. The day and other forgiveness days like it encourages forgiveness as part of an element of personal health. A University of Wisconsin study regarding forgiveness found forgiving people suffered less from certain illnesses. On the other hand, less forgiving people suffered a higher number of health problems. So withholding forgiveness causes stress, which can lead to physical symptoms like anxiety, high blood pressure, and depression. Holding on to forgiveness may cause negative emotions and problems with anger and frustration. So forgiveness is described as pardoning someone after an offense. It also includes letting go of feelings of resentment or anger. If you take the financial accounting context of what forgiving should look like, the term means no longer requiring a payback. So a payback, right?
I mean, I forgive you, but I said something.
Karma.
Karma. Me, I'm alive now. Leave karma alone. It's not just about what you did for me, especially when it comes to friendship and relationships and whatnot. I'm always very particular about how people treat me. So when I meet you for the first time, I am me. I treat you the way I think I want people to treat me. But when you now tell me that no, this is not how I want it and this is how it is, I will learn from you very fast. But I think forgiveness is very nice. Forgiveness is different from forgetting. The fact that I'm forgiving you doesn't mean that I have to wipe away my memory to forget. But I have to get to that point where when I see you, I don't resent you. I understand what you have done, why you have done it, or even the fact that you have done it and moved on, right? So forgiveness is good for you as a person, not necessarily for the person you are forgiving. It's just for you to have a clean heart, a clean mind, a clean conscience.
So lately, for the last 4 months, I've been going through a lot, right? So holding on to something, so last week I had to take a break off the show. I literally started feeling, you know how you feel like you're about to have a heart attack because of how much pain and hurt I felt. So I literally started feeling that pain in my chest. My temperature rose and everything. I said, "Uwa, do you want to kill yourself?" So by myself, I advised myself, I said, please just let it go.
And the catalyst,
yes, it still continues. Of course. So life continues though.
Forgiveness is for you.
It's not really for the
that way, then you'll be fine.
Yes, it's not really for the next person. So if you're holding on to hurt or pain or somebody offense or whatever, right? When they say let go, it's not so much because of the third party. It's more of you and how it will make you feel good. I've heard cases of women that came down. A lot of women that are coming down with cancer, for instance, in marriage, right? They lived a life of unforgiveness, holding on to the hurt of their spouse and all of that for years. So I know one woman that is going through yes. So I know one woman that is going through chemo right now because of that thing. She had cancer. So please stay just alive. Let go. Right. I'm trying these days to actually let go and not let anything hurt.
I think one of the things one of the signs of you understanding that you've forgiven a person is maybe when you encounter the person or you hear the person's name and you're just like
you're indifferent.
You're not actively planning to hurt the person. The person's name or presence doesn't irritate you. It also doesn't mean that they still have to be in your space.
No, they don't have to.
But you just be fine.
I'm just at peace.
Yeah, be at peace.
Yeah. All right, what did you find for us, Elsie?
Oh, that's true. That's going to happen, yeah. So this one is interesting. I decided to stay away from Nigeria and the drama. I mean, I need peace. I'm trying to forgive Nigeria.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so influencers in Norway may face prison time if they fail to label, retouch, or edited photos. So if you take a picture in Norway and then you put it up, just after editing it, you know what we do, and you don't put it out there and say, oh, this photo has been retouched or edited, then you might be going to jail. So Norwegian government has passed new regulations that require users to label content that has been edited. The law is an amendment to the country's Marketing Act, and it applies to only advertisers and influencers who receive some kind of payment in exchange for the modified post. The measure will hopefully make a useful and significant contribution to curbing the negative impact especially on children and young people.
You know why I like this though? Please, when are they bringing it to Nigeria? Because you know, like what you ordered versus what you know. It's like when you see some people.
I love it.
When you see some people in real life, Elsie, you'll be weak. That, is this the person I'm seeing on social media looking all fly and all of that?
And it reminds me of the conversation we had yesterday as well regarding
yes,
having a
impression,
limit,
yes.
especially when you have a level of influence. And I think Nigeria needs something like this because of the value system we talked about yesterday and how we have lost it. So if we can begin to police those things, I remember when there was a conversation around lifestyle audit as well, them being able to look at the lifestyle you're using. They can also bring that to social media. Maybe it can help. It
can really go a long way.
But
it
I don't
will
think
go
that's
a long way.
where we are right now. I
no.
think we're still doing freedom of speech and freedom of speech.
Well, nowhere near there. But my story is actually it was a breaking news early this afternoon, where the court ruling vindicates me after a very traumatic spell. That's the ex-finance minister Adeosun has said. So the former minister of finance, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, had said that the ruling of the Federal High Court, that she could serve without the certificate of the National Youth Service Corps had vindicated her. She said this in a statement issued by her legal team hours after the judgment today. So Justice Taiwo in the judgment held that Adeosun was not qualified to have participated in the scheme when she had graduated at 22 because she was then in Britain, right? So when she came back to Nigeria, she was over 30. And you know, once you're over 30, you cannot go for the NYSC anymore. And so now they've said that
she doesn't even need to serve.
She didn't even require a discharge certificate for her to be able to run for office because a leaving school certificate it would suffice. But when they now asked the judge that, okay, well, madam, what happened to the forged the judge didn't say anything about it. No, okay, was it Adeosun they asked about what happened to the forged NYC certificate? You know, but they didn't comment on that. You know.
Should I talk?
Talk, please.
See, I mean, this is my gender, and sometimes when these things happen, it becomes kind of personal, and you feel like, sis, you can do better. When this conversation happened, we are not stupid, we are not dumb. We were talking about it, and we said, you don't need the NYC certificate to be a minister. You don't even need to be president of Nigeria, right? So that was not the conversation. The point is, you have been accused of forging an NYC certificate, a document. So did you forge it or not? So coming out to say this vindicates you, from what exactly? We already knew that you didn't need it. So you resigned when that thing came up. Did you resign because somebody forged it on your behalf, or you never forged it, or why did you even have to forge it if that happened?
Why was there a forged certificate? That's our question.
There was a forged certificate, and why would you go that far when you don't even need it as a document you need to tender in terms of serving as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? So this is not the conversation. Saying that this vindicates you, sis, Abi Ansi, I don't know what you're talking about.
there was a statement she said at the end. I think, let me say, she says, I wish to add, in the light of the court ruling, that I will at the appropriate time and without hesitation take all further steps necessary within the law to protect my reputation. And so we are waiting for her. But honestly speaking, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, it's not so much of your what's it called, your reputation that is, I mean, so sorry, it's not so much of the court ruling that you do not need an NYC certificate.
We knew that.
Yes, we already know that. It is why in the first place was there a forged certificate. So if you want to really have that conversation, that is a question I think Nigerians are asking. Yeah. All right, so that's all we can take for what's in the news. When we come back from the break, we're going to be talking to our guest, and we're discussing online safety for children. Stay with us. We'll be right back.